Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to 2K clear coating a television. This is the TV that we're going to be clear coating today. We've painted this in the previous video on making a TV retro. We've done a wood grain theme on this LG TV and we're going to clear coat this, so this is all finished, airbrushed. We just need to seal this down in today's video, clear coat it up, and then that'll be good to go, put in your lounge, wherever. So the clear coating that we're going to use today is the multi-mix. It's an MS Clear 2:1 mix. You can put 0 thinners in this, guys, and it goes down an absolute treat. You don't get any drop back in gloss. Really good budget clear, so I'd recommend the multi-mix. There's a little bonus in this video today as well, guys. We are going to be painting a Sony PlayStation PS2, so we're going to strip the Sony down. I'll take you through the stages of prepping all the casing up, and we're going to mirror match it to the TV, so it's like a nice retro combo package. So you have the Sony PlayStation in the wood grain, which will match across to the tele. So that's what's on today's video, guys. I'll drop you in a time lapse and we'll crack on with this PS2. See you in a bit. A little talk through on that time lapse that you've just seen. So we've got the PS2, unscrewed it from the back, took all the rubber feet off it and everything that was on to reveal the screws. We've unscrewed it, took the labels off and took the top casing. So we are left with this piece here. This is the piece we're going to paint today, is all the top casing of the PS2. So that's what you're looking at. And the first thing I did was give this a wipe down with some degreaser for a start, and then I went in with a 500 grit disc and just sanded back the top, keyed that top surface there in the 500, went on the straight edges there with the 500, and then to get into these grooves on the sides and on the front, I went in with a red Scotch-Brite. And a red Scotch-Brite is basically, they look like your pads that you get when you do washing up. You get green ones and things like scourers, but there are different densities, different textures on these, and these are just for keying up painted surfaces. So the red Scotch-Brite got into all the little grooves around the PS2 and just scuffed back that surface, so we've got a nice keyed area to work from. And then I went back in with some panel wipe, degreaser, soaked it again, cleaned it down again, and then just wipe that down, and we're going to give that a blow off and tack rag before we put the next layer of paint on. Now the next layer of paint is going to be plastic primer. If you are painting anything plastic, you've got to go in with a plastic primer first. This will adhere to the plastic, and then you can come off the plastic primer with your different coats of paint and you'll get a good adhesion with that. So we're going to go in with that first, and then I've got some white base coat, solvent base coat mixed up. We'll paint this in a white base, and then we can move on to the airbrush colours. Now if you didn't see the TV one, I'll pop up in the screen now. That shows you it's going to be the same process for the PS2. We're going to use the same colour range because this is going to be a matching combo unit with the television. So we've got the yellow oxide, we've got a raw umber, a sepia, and we've got an orange oxide, a grey Scotch-Brite for doing textures. So they're the paints that we need to complete this job today. Airbrush wise, we're using the Creos PS290. This is a trigger control airbrush. It's a 0.5mm needle and nozzle setup, and this one's got the fan cap on the front. So you'll get a 2-inch fan pattern, so that would be nice to cover this up with the primer and the base coat. Then when we move on to the airbrush colours, I've got the Creos PS270. This is more of a detail brush, sort of an all-round brush. You can get down on the detail and do all your fine little pieces with that, so we can use that one. So they're the pieces we're going to use. I'll stick you in a time lapse and you'll see me drop the plastic primer down. I'll get it into base coat, and then I can start talking you through the wood grain effect and how we're going to do it. So I'll see you in the next step. Right, there you go, that's the PlayStation 2 plastic primered, and we've got the base coat down. As you can see a little halo through there. It's not full coverage, I've not gone complete opaque white on this. That is more than enough white down for us to do the wood grain effect on, so you've not got to go completely opaque white on this. So we've got a nice even coverage all round on that, all in the little vents at the sides, the little grills. The first colour on the airbrush we're going to go in with is the yellow oxide. We're going to do a light coat of the yellow oxide over this, and then we'll move on to the orange oxide. We'll drop the first coat of orange oxide in, and then we can start doing the textures. I'll leave this real time so you can see it in the process going along, and I'll just chat to you as we're doing it. So nice and simple. I'm running this about 25 psi in the PS270. A few drops of paint in there, just check your airbrush so you see the paint coming out, and a nice light coat, dusting over, nice and easy. You're not going sort of like full coverage, so you've got like the orange oxide showing, you're just doing a nice light pass. As I said in the TV video when I was doing that, just build the layers up. So that's sort of an even coverage if that's picking it up. That's the yellow oxide, just dropped a bit of that on. We'll drop a little bit more on the top. Just give that another light pass. Get on this side. I'll stick a few pictures up just here now, and you'll see some of the projects I've done on the wood grain. I've done bikes, I've done a full car in wood grain, which was a magazine feature. So you can use this technique and turn things that aren't wood into wood quite easily. It's a cool effect. I've done picture frames, all sorts of things, guys. It's nice and easy to do. So that's a good coverage on that of the yellow oxide. And now what we'll do is, I've got a little bit of yellow oxide left in here. I'll drop the orange oxide in, and this will just start putting the tones on. Give that a little back mix. And now same again, just a nice coat of the orange oxide on that. And we're just going to do this one in sort of line passes. So that's that. So you're probably looking at something like that with lines on it. As you can see, grab your grey Scotch-Brite and then just follow your passes through. And we're just going to drop some textures in this now. Going in with the Scotch-Brite, and you're basically pulling that paint off. So we're going to go in with another pass of the orange oxide. Like that, and then while the paint's wet, grab your Scotch-Brite again. and do some passes. And now the next colour we're going to go in with is a sepia. There's a bit of orange oxide in there, just mix it up, absolutely fine. And now we can start just knocking this back with the sepia. Like that, while it's still wet, start to put your textures in, and you're basically just building the layers up nice and easy, and then knocking it back and just giving it that grain look. So the tones are getting there, guys. We're getting there on the wood grain. Just build these layers up, going back in with the sepia again. Nice and easy. Back in with the Scotch Brite. So that's the actual wood grain effect. That's all done. So that's all matching. So that will match the TV. And then what you can do now is you can drop some knots in this. Now to do knots, go in with your dark sepia, and what you are aiming to do is, when you do a knot, do a pass like that. So put a darker grain into the timber, and then do a oval of paint like this, wet. Come off that paint either side, nice and easy. Get a piece of Scotch Brite, about that sort of size, roll the Scotch Brite up, put that into the paint, and just twist back down, and you will get a knot like that. So you're going back through the paint levels, and then go in and just come off the knot, dust over it, and blend it back. And that's how you'll create a knot, guys. We'll do a bigger one here in the timber. Get your Scotch Brite, and this one I'm just going to do you're just cutting through the paint, back in with the airbrush. There you go, nice and simple. You've got a knot in here, and then you've got one up here. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to drop the PS2 logo back in. We're going to highlight the PlayStation logo there, and we'll do the PS2 logo. It will look like that's ground into the timber. But that's a nice simple timber effect. Nice and easy. And just go around darkening some of these edges up. Gives it that retro look. 10-15 minutes, done. Nice and easy, guys. You can just scrub back a little bit more, make little bits lighter. You can lighten the grain up, and then you can just dust back in and just add more textures. So I'll see you in the next step. I'll get a logo cut out and then we'll put the PS2 logo. Right, we've got the logo cut out, the PS2 logo, and now what we're going to do now is we're going to go in with the sepia. And if you were looking at this from the top like this, we're going to drop the white highlight on the line of this to the bottoms of these pieces of text here. So you'd have white along there, and then to the top on this piece we're going to drop the sepia, and this will make the logo look like it's sunken in and routed into the wood. So nice and easy. A bit of white on the bottom on them, and then the top edge of this will drop the sepia. And that just gives you that look like it's been sunken in. Nice and simple, you see that now, like that. So that's that bit done, guys, nice and easy. And then the next piece we're going to do is get a paint pen and just go in, if this works. And there you go, that's finished. So you've got your PlayStation inlaid in white, and then you've got your routed out PS2 there. So that's all good to go. So the next stage on this, we'll just let that cure down a bit, dry off, and then I can take you through the clear coat stages on this and the TV. So I see. Right, we're moving on to the clear coat stage. I've got everything set up. I've masked out the TV, took it off the stand again. I blew all this down, tack ragged it, panel wiped it. I've just dusted over the floor a little bit of water just to keep the dust down a bit. Because we're painting these quite flat, any dust can land flat on there. Usually you put a panel on the side and you get a lot less bits landing in. So we're all good to go. We're going to use the iWater Impact Junior for this, as these are small pieces. I've got the clear coat mixed up 2 to 1. We're using the multi-mix. And yeah, we're just going to smash some clear down these 2 coats, 2 nice light coats. Job done, guys. So I'll see you in the time lapse. There you go, guys, there's the finished pieces. We've got the TV, nice bit of gloss on that, 2 nice coats, and then you've got the stand, same again, 2 nice wet coats on that, nice bit of coverage, nice gloss levels, and then you've got your PS2, which is all nicely glossed up. So that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the retro TV and the PS2 to match this. I use the Multi-Mix MS Clear, 2 full wet coats. I gave it a little drop, about 5% thinners in that, just to let it flow out a little bit better. Use the iWater Mini Jet, just nice and light, 2 nice wet coats, job done. So I hope you can join me in the next video. We're doing a collaboration with Dude Stuff, and this is going to be a jump bike frame. He's doing a build, we've got in touch with each other, and he's going to come over this week and we're going to do a jump bike frame. It's going to be painted up. He's doing a build on his channel, so there's going to be a bit of collab work between Dread FX Custom Paint and Dude Stuff, so I hope you can stick around for that. It's going to be really cool, and I will see you later on today for the giveaway for the Iwata Eclipse. I'm going to do like a little video and I'll pull out the winner, and then you can just get in touch with me on the email and I'll get this Iwata Eclipse posted out to the lucky winner. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.